the energy that happens in moments like that.
Battle has already commenced, doesn't it?
Magical.
Yeah, why? How come you're so good at these aggressive? It is the right word. It's also the wrong word as well, because it's controlled aggression most of the time. Where does that come from? Because you're such a peaceful nation nowadays.
We are, and you just got to go back to our sort of ancestors. The New Zealand Māori. People. It's we really sort of look back at our history and heritage of what it means to be New Zealanders, and that Māori history is something that we really embrace, and you can see that even before our national sporting teams play, we perform the Haka, which is a tribute to who we are as New Zealanders. And yes, it looks very sort of aggressive, and we can flick the switch. To have this really sort of masculine, sort of dominant, performance like the Haka, and you think, oh, hold on, that gives them the advantage. Where actually, we soon worked out that after we performed the Haka, we kicked off, we started a game of rugby, and we gave away about 5 or 10 penalties in the first 15 minutes. And we're like, okay, hold on, it's not working to our advantage. So we actually had to start putting some plans in place to actually connect again, to make sure that we weren't giving away so many penalties. So it actually was a little bit detrimental at times.
It's so interesting that the hack is so interesting for so many reasons. Can it go against you? You just said yes, it can, and then you have to think about how you connect it to the energy of what's about to happen, as opposed to history and the celebration of it all. I should imagine it's really useful at winning over the neutrals at a game. That they're on your side from the moment they see the hacker.
It's one of the most sort of unique, things in world sport. To see, a New Zealand team perform the haka, this traditional ritual that means so much to us. It's really, really special. And if you don't know a lot about sort of rugby or sport, and you see this performance, it's really sort of empowering. It's a great spectacle, and as New Zealander, we love performing it. Some of my most memorable haka performances were when you're playing against other Pacific Island teams like Samoa or Tonga or Fiji, and they're performing their traditional war dance back to you, and the energy that happens in moments like that.
Battle has already commenced, doesn't it?
Magical.
Have I invented this? Was there a sort of COVID hacker in a car park? Didn't you have to perform a hacker in a car park once before you took to the field? Have I imagined that? I must have imagined that. You're nervously itching yours.
We did one in Wales in the changing room once. So we went.
Why was that?
I think there was some anniversary of Welsh rugby, and they didn't want us to perform the haka out on the field.
Right.
So they stopped us from performing the haka, which we didn't like very much. So we got the camera.
Maybe that was it.
We got the camera crews into the changing room. We performed it in front of our non-playing members and management, and I think we ended up putting sort of 30 or 40 points on the Welsh that day. We were so annoyed.